The buried real estate legacy. Patricia Gomez had just turned 69 when the phone rang in her little stucco house on Lake Sioux in Winter Park, Florida. The afternoon was thick with heat that makes the air shimmer above the asphalt. And she was on her screened lanai sipping iced tea with extra lime the way Miguel used to make it, watching the anhingas dry their wings on the neighbor's dock. "Mom, it's done." Maria's voice came through, bright and brittle the way it got when she was pretending everything was fine. "We sold the Cocoa Beach condo and your old Cadillac convertible. Carlos has this incredible flip in Manhattan penthouse pre-construction, insane margins. We leave tomorrow. I'll Venmo you your half. Love you, bye." 43 years. 43 years since Miguel died in that training accident at Fort Bragg, leaving her a 26-year-old widow with a 2-year-old who still asked for daddy every night. 43 years of 12-hour nursing shifts at Orlando Regional, of packing Maria's lunches with little notes, of skipping her own vacations so Maria could go to cheer camp, and then to Florida State. 43 years of pure stupid, unconditional love, and it ended in a 30-second phone call. Patricia set the phone on the wicker table. She didn't cry. She didn't throw anything. She just felt something inside her chest click shut like the deadbolt on the front door. Because 3 days before Carlos had waltzed into their lives with his slick Miami hair and his "babe trust me" smile, Miguel had pressed a thick manila envelope into her hands. "Patty mi amor," he'd said, voice already raspy from the cancer nobody knew he had. "If anything happens to me, wait until you're ready. Then open this. Promise me." She'd tucked it into the fireproof box with the life insurance papers and forgotten it in the haze of grief. She remembered now. That night after the cicadas started screaming and the sky over Lake Sioux turned the color of a bruised peach, Patricia sat at the kitchen table under the little ceramic lamp Miguel bought in Old San Juan in 1987. She poured 2 fingers of the Ron del Barrilito he'd been saving for their 50th anniversary and opened the envelope. Deeds. Bank statements. A flash drive. And a letter in Miguel's neat engineer handwriting. "My Patty, you always thought I was just the night maintenance supervisor at Disney for 38 years. I was. But every overtime check, every Christmas bonus, every dollar you thought went to the vacation jar, went somewhere else. I bought those foreclosures in 2009, when nobody wanted Florida dirt. I bought the strip mall on Orange Blossom when the bank was begging. I bought the Brickell high-rise where our daughter now lives with that pendejo. You're not just comfortable, amor. You're rich. Quiet rich. Paper rich. The kind nobody sees coming. I kept it secret because I wanted Maria to love us for who we are, not what we have. If she ever forgets that, use this to remind her what family really means. Amo por siempre. Miguel." The numbers blurred through tears. She didn't know she was crying. 16 condos. 3 shopping centers. A self-storage empire. A silent partnership in a Kissimmee vacation rental company. Offshore accounts in the Caymans. Total liquid and real estate value. North of $42 million. And the 24-story glass tower on Brickell Avenue where Maria and Carlos were currently packing Louis Vuitton suitcases? Patricia Dolores Gomez was now the sole owner. She raised the glass of rum to the empty chair across from her. "To you, viejo," she whispered. "Let's teach our girl a lesson." Phase 1, silence. Patricia said nothing. She let the neighbors believe Maria had put her poor mother in a bad spot. She wore the same 3 dresses to Publix and smiled when the church ladies brought casseroles and whispered, "That girl left her mother high and dry." She took the Lynx bus everywhere because Maria needed the car money for her new life. She hired a quiet Cuban lawyer named Rafael Castillo who'd handled Miguel's estate without asking questions. Rafael moved titles, created an LLC called MDG Holdings Maria Dolores Gomez, and made sure every new lease and every eviction notice came from a company Maria had never heard of. Phase 2, the fall. 6 weeks later the text started. "Mom, the Manhattan deal fell through. Mom, Carlos took the money and disappeared with some Instagram model named Valentina from Brazil. Mom, they're evicting me from the Brickell condo. The new owner tripled the rent overnight, and the manager says I have 30 days. I don't understand." Patricia typed back only, "I'm so sorry, Mija. I'm praying for you." Then she sat on her lanai and watched the sunset bleed orange across the lake. Maria came home on a Spirit flight with 1 carry-on, and the hollow-eyed look of someone who'd been crying since takeoff. She showed up at the Winter Park house at 11 p.m. barefoot in a wrinkled designer dress, mascara tracks down her cheeks. "Mom," she choked out and fell into Patricia's arms like she was 8 again and had skinned her knee. Patricia held her, stroked her hair, and said nothing about the $42 million sleeping in accounts from Orlando to Georgetown. Phase 3, rock bottom. Maria got a job pouring lattes at Foxtail Coffee on Park Avenue. She moved into her childhood bedroom with the faded Backstreet Boys poster still on the wall. She cried herself to sleep every night while Patricia lay awake in the next room listening through the thin walls, heart breaking and mending at the same time. Maria learned to stretch ground beef 5 ways. She learned that the electric bill doesn't care how pretty you used to look on Instagram. She learned that Publix cashiers don't care that you once drank champagne on a yacht in South Beach. She learned shame. One night she came home from the late shift smelling like espresso, and shame dropped her apron on the floor and said, "Mom, I sold your beach condo for $280,000. It was worth almost $1 million. I let Carlos talk me into a quick sale because he said we needed cash fast. I'm so sorry." Patricia just poured her a glass of sweet tea and said, "Drink, baby. Tomorrow's another day." Phase 4, the reckoning. 3 months in. Rafael called. "Senora Gomez, everything is ready. The Brickell building is fully under MDG Holdings. The Cocoa Beach condo title is clean. The Cadillac is parked in your garage under a tarp. I bought it back from the used car lot for $1,500. Whenever you want to end the lesson, say the word." Patricia looked across the breakfast table at Maria counting tips, $73 and change, and felt the moment arrive. "Set the meeting for Friday," she told Rafael. 10 a.m. Your office on Orange Avenue. Friday morning. Maria put on the only blazer she still owned and borrowed Patricia's good pearls. She thought they were going to beg for a payment plan on the eviction. Rafael's conference room smelled like mahogany and Cuban coffee. He slid a thick folder across the table. Maria opened it and went very still. Deeds. Bank balances. A photo of the Brickell Tower with a red circle around the top 4 floors, penthouse units now mysteriously empty. "Mom." Her voice cracked. Patricia spoke for the first time. "That building you're being evicted from? I own it. The Cocoa Beach condo? Mine again. The 1965 Cadillac convertible you sold for 12 grand? Sitting in my garage with a full tank. Your father built all of this in silence so nobody would ever use us. You used us anyway." Maria's hands started to shake. The folder slipped to the floor. "You knew," she whispered. "All this time you knew, and you let me." "I let you learn," Patricia said quietly. "I let you learn what it feels like to be disposable. I let you learn what my love actually costs. Turns out it costs more than a 2-minute phone call." Silence stretched thick between them. Then Maria did something Patricia never expected. She slid off the conference room chair and onto her knees on the hardwood floor. "I'm sorry," she sobbed. "I'm so sorry, Mom. I was disgusting. I was cruel. I don't deserve you. I don't deserve any of this." Patricia's own eyes filled, but she didn't move yet. "You're right," she said. "You don't deserve it. But I'm giving it anyway. Because that's what family does. We don't keep score. We keep promises." She reached down and pulled Maria up into her arms. Phase 5, the new legacy. 6 months later, the Cocoa Beach condo became La Casita de Esperanza, a free 6-month stay for women leaving abusive partners. Maria ran it, still wearing the same pearls, still driving Patricia's old Honda, because she insisted on paying her own insurance.